back to the Daily Grind. Thanks for checking out the channel. Make sure to hit subscribe if you're new and hit thumbs up if you're not a baby back bagel biting bitch boy, cause you know what time it is. It's full time.
MMA.
Houston, or should I say Inglewood, we have a problem. We would have another title fight, it's looking like, on January 20th possibly, if Michael Chandler didn't turn down the rematch with Brent Primus, according to Brent Primus. Wow, this was unexpected. I thought maybe Brent Primus was having like some contract issues, or there was a reason that Michael Chandler was not getting his immediate rematch. Because Michael Chandler, as we know, he lost his Bellator lightweight title to Brent Primus, but it was due to like fucking sprained ankle or something in the very first round, and Brent Primus attacked it and just finished the fight, finished Michael Chandler. I mean, I think it might have been doctor stoppage, but the real story of the fight was Michael Chandler's like ankle. So whenever Michael Chandler was scheduled to face Goiti Yamauchi at Bellator 192, McDonald versus Lima, I was like, what? Why is it not Chandler versus, Primus too? Well, Brent Primus is coming out and saying that Michael Chandler turned down the rematch, and that's like, what? Why would you turn down, a rematch to get your belt back? That's almost unheard of. But listen to exactly what Brent Primus had to say. I'm really surprised, especially because about a month ago I got a call from Bellator and I had a date and time to fight Chandler. I waited a week for the contract, and then they called me and said that Chandler declined the rematch and that he's going to fight at 170. I was like, so he's declining the title fight to go fight at 170? And they were like, yeah, he doesn't want to fight you right now. And then he said, you texted me today saying that he was fighting Yamauchi, and it was a total shock. I was just thinking, but he has the chance to fight me for the belt. Now he's going to fight someone in the same weight class as me? It's weird. So I guess the first excuse Brent Primus was given was that Michael Chandler was going to go up to 170. That's why he's not wanting the immediate rematch. But now Michael Chandler's fighting another lightweight, and he's just fighting a contender instead of going for the title shot. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what this is kind of reminded me of Robbie Lawler. A lot of people wanted to see Robbie Lawler get back in there versus Tyron Woodley, but he's like, yeah, no, I'm gonna go ahead and fight some contenders instead first. You know what I'm saying? That's really what this reminds me of, because why would Brent Primus not want his belt back? Brent Primus was like one of Bellator's stars. Not Brent Primus. I'm saying, why would Michael Chandler not want his belt back? Michael Chandler was one of Bellator's flagship stars. Everybody, you hear about Brent Primus everywhere. Brandon Shaw podcast, Joe Rogan podcast. You hear about Brent Primus talk when they talk about co-promotes. Not Brent Primus, goddamn. Maybe that's why Brent Primus is about to take over, man. I will say this. Brent Primus, he does look like he could be a star. Pause. But I'm saying he's got the fucking look. He got the fighting skills, clearly. He's the fucking lightweight champion. So now what else does it take to be a star? Some people would say trash talk, but that's not always necessary. And honestly, I haven't heard much from Brent Primus, but he maybe fucking Michael Chandler, I don't even know, because it's not even like Michael Chandler fought him enough to be scared, you know what I'm saying, to not want no smoke with him. So I don't understand why Michael Chandler would do this. I'm interested to see Michael Chandler's response on why he didn't want his belt back from Brent Primus. But Brent Primus is saying that, he said, I'm not going to put words in his mouth. He said, I honestly don't care. I know I finished Chandler. I know there's controversy, but I know that my leg kick caused the nerve damage. My cornerman knows it. His cornerman knows it. The doctors know it. And I know what happened. For me, there's no controversy. I have nothing to prove, but fans want to see a rematch, and I 100% was down for it. I'm the champion, and I want to fight the best. So he said, I'm not going to assume or put words in his mouth. I have no idea. You guys put all the steps together. I was ready to fight, and for some reason he's not. Yo, if you leave it to us to put the steps together, for some weird reason, it looks like fucking Michael Chandler didn't want any smoke with Brent Primus. Because it's like, bro, first of all, that's the title fight. Even if it don't even matter who it is. A lot of people take the opportunity just for the title fight. But this brings one interesting thought to my head. At Bellator, they got the contracts. It's not like their contracts are structured a little differently than the UFC. At Bellator, some of the guys, they just get paid a flat fee. Like, show up, you get paid $300,000, like at the top end. Show up and you get paid this much money instead of a win bonus and a show pay. They just give you it all together. I wonder if there's a different structure in the champion contracts. I wonder if Michael Chandler is going to get paid the same amount to fight Goiti Yamauchi than he would Brent Primus. Brent Primus, because maybe then he's not incentivized. Like, I don't care about fighting Brent Primus. I'll probably, you know, maybe he feels like this is the safer fight, but that kind of alludes to him not wanting any smoke with Brent. I don't know what the fuck's going on, but now I heard Brent Primus. I said in the last video, like, why is this fight scheduled? I gotta hear what's going on with fucking Brent Primus. And now we've heard from Brent Primus. He's saying, yo, I'm still ready to fight. So, you know, he said, I'll fight Patricky Pitbull or another contender, but I'm just as lost as you guys, is why I'm not fighting Michael Chandler. So we're all confused. With that being said, it is what it is. I'm sure we'll hear Michael Chandler's response, you know, coming up soon, because he's gonna have to do press for this fight. So I'm sure we'll hear from him soon about these shenanigans. So with that being said, it is what it is. Let the full-time family know what the fuck you tell me in the comments. I'm out.
Da 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 da. It's the motherfucking DOG.